Was Noah's Ark actually pyramid-shaped? And are vampires really from Transylvania?
Bizarre artifacts and discoveries you won't believe. Number 9. Pyramid-shaped Ark. When envisioning Noah's Ark, the last thing that comes to mind is a pyramid-shaped water vessel. However, fragments of scrolls from the Dead Sea in 2016 suggest that the Ark might have taken a pyramid shape. The text dates back to 2,000 years, and it took a laboratory 5 years to scan the scroll fragments. They photographed each piece 28 times, and at high resolution using different light wavelengths. The sophisticated technology allowed researchers to make out the previously illegible words and letters contained on the scrolls. Some of the fragments gave famous biblical stories new interpretations, most noteworthy being Noah's Ark. The words "the Ark's tallness," beatified, suggested the gathering together of the vessel's ribs at the top. A 3rd century BC Greek-translated Bible also contained the reference suggesting that the Ark might have taken a pyramid shape. Medieval authors have also suggested that Noah's Ark had a pointed roof. Number 8. Mysterious Himalayan Yeti. While not quite a relic, tales of the abominable snowman have been the subject of urban legends for years, and it is one of the world's long-standing mysteries. That is, until 2013, when DNA studies set out to solve the puzzle behind the Himalayan Yeti. For centuries, we have only had blurred home videos, non-human footprints, and alleged eyewitness accounts supporting the claim that the Sasquatch existed. The Oxford University scientists led by genetics professor Brian Sykes performed DNA analysis on hair samples collected from the alleged Bigfoot. The hair samples were from a Yeti found in Bhutan and another from Ladakh around the western Himalayan region. Sykes compared the samples against those contained in the Gene Bank, which is an international repository containing gene sequences from known species. He made a 100% positive match with an ancient polar bear jawbone dating back to between 40,000 and 120,000 years back. Sykes concluded that the supposed Yeti must be a subspecies of the polar and brown bears. He also thinks that the beast might have been a hybrid but developed different behaviors from other normal bears. He concluded that it could be the legendary Yeti that people have talked about for all these decades. Number 7. Father Crespi's missing artifacts. The story of Father Crespi, an Ecuadorian priest, botanist, artist, and anthropologist, still sparks numerous controversial and mysterious claims. Over the decades, tales about him have become even more skewed and falsified, all because of some artifacts that he had in his possession. For 59 years of his life, up until his death in 1982, Father Crespi was dedicated to charitable work. The Ecuadorian natives were very fond of him and began bringing him artifacts as a sign of appreciation. Some of the locals who were not that well off gave him metallic plates, and he kept them all. He had accumulated more than 50,000 objects, most of which were destroyed in a 1962 fire. After his death, little became known about the whereabouts of the remaining relics. In 2016, Ancient Origins gained access to his private collection held at the Central Bank Museum. The carefully cataloged collection took up several rows holding thousands of ancient objects. Amongst the relics included figurines, elongated skulls, stone carvings, ancient calculation systems, ceremonial seats, religious icons, jewelry, ceramics, and shrunken human heads. However, the team did not find any metallic plates amongst the collection. The central bank did not buy the plates, which they considered as junk. However, the building complex opposite the central bank stored the piles of metal dishes strewn all over in cardboard boxes with no value ascribed to them. Before number 6, it's viewer comment time. We love giving you guys shoutouts. For today's video, Clint Kasem is our featured commenter. He commented on our video, Creepiest Ghost Images in Haunted Hospitals. Thanks, Clint! Number 6. Stonehenge Musical Stones. In 2013, researchers at London's Royal College of Arts discovered that Stonehenge construction stones held incredible musical properties. When struck, they sound like gongs, bells, and drums. The remarkable property suggests that it is the reason why builders traveled far to source for the stones from Wales, bringing them back to Salisbury Plain, England. Experts confirmed the musical capability of the stones by conducting acoustic tests on site. They used small quartz hammerstones to tap on the blue stones, testing for sounds. The result was quite astonishing given the musical range of the stones and their propensity to produce wooden and metallic sounds. The sonic rocks are usually called lithophones, or ringing rocks. It all explains why the builders chose the rocks located 200 miles away over locally available ones to build the Stonehenge. Number 5. Mummy Awakens. A video supposedly taken in 2012 at a Mexican cathedral showed a 300-year-old mummy opening its eyes. It fueled the internet with rumors about paranormal events triggered by a Catholic saint from Guadalajara, Mexico. The deceased martyr allegedly opened the child mummy's eyes so that it looked right into the camera at the moment when a visiting tourist took a video. The unnamed tourist claims not to have seen the mummy open its eyes when recording the video and only later saw it when replaying the video. For some reason, the explanation that spread around is that of the deceased martyr said to have been behind the odd occurrence. Cardinal Juan Francisco Robes explained that the beatified saint performs miracles and the video just happened to capture one of them. There is yet to be a more worldly explanation why the mummy opened its eyes, or perhaps the video just went through some clever doctoring. Number 4. Bulgarian Vampire Grave. The number of vampire movies we have watched would have us believe that vampires hail from Transylvania. Findings by Bulgarian archaeologists support this claim, and in 2013 they stumbled upon what they think could have been a vampire grave. They made the find on the Papercan site, which unearthed a male skeleton that had an iron stake thrust through its chest. The practice goes all the way back to the Middle Ages with the sole aim of preventing the person from joining the ranks of the undead. Coins found alongside the body date back to around the 13th and 14th century. Archaeologists also unearthed another vampire grave in the Sozopol region in 2012, and they have also discovered about 100 similar graves in Bulgaria. Pagan belief suggested that people who were by all means bad during their lifetimes required the stake treatment to prevent them from turning into vampires after death. They further believed that the stake pinned down the deceased and prevented them from taking a midnight stroll out of their grave. Number 3. Giant Cairo Colossus. In 2017, archaeologists unearthed a Roman-era tomb around the Egyptian town of Minya, ancient graves around Samalat, and another tomb located near the Valley of the Kings. The tomb belonging to Amenemhat, a goldsmith, contains several artifacts. However, the showstopper was the giant statue discovered in the Martyr area of Cairo. Archaeologists first found the torso and later on unearthed its head. The excavations also uncovered 2 toes and the pedestal, with officials confident that the archaeologists will discover the remaining parts in the same area. The size of the torso enabled professionals to estimate that the complete statue should stand at 29 feet tall. Initially, experts thought that the figure represented Ramses the Great because of its discovery near his temple ruins. Subsequent examinations revealed an engraving holding the inscription Neb-Ea-Ah that is a title only used by the 26th dynasty pharaoh Psamtik I. Number 2. 1,600-year-old skull. Mexico is the hub of some of the most unusual archaeological finds, and July 2017 saw the discovery of an unusual skull. The 1,600-year-old elongated skull unearthed from the Teotihuacan ancient ruins belonged to an upper-class woman. Beyond that, it featured a prosthetic green serpentine tooth and stone-encrusted teeth. The woman, believed to have passed away at the age of 35 to 40, also had 19 jars of offerings buried alongside her body. The woman is also supposed to have been a foreigner in the region because her teeth embellishments and deformed skull were not usual in that region. Her cranium went through extreme compression, which was a technique common to the southern part of Mexico or Mesoamerica. 2 round pyrite stone encrusting found on her top front teeth also suggests that she could have been a Maya nobility from Central America or southern Mexico. Number 1. Alien Head. Descendants of the Aztec civilization collected and safeguarded artifacts from the past era for centuries. In Huelos de Jalisco, Mexico, the government asked the families to take the objects in for observation and publicize some that had stayed hidden for decades. A particular set turned out to look like helmets with elongated faces and the signature large alien eyes. The masks feature copper and gold crafting, and they featured strange markings as well. The carvings appear to depict some form of spaceships and comets, and most people believe that they reference the astronauts' journey through space. The helmets are yet to go through the carbon dating process, but appraisers assess with confidence that the artifacts did not display signs of construction using modern techniques. The glaze appearance of the rock is an ancient technique used to seal rocks, which gives the pieces more credibility. Other relics publicized back in 2016 also had etchings depicting offerings made to a deity and a family of supposed aliens. The artifacts also included bracelets and rings featuring the unusual markings as well.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button. Coming up next, 10 bizarre cryptids. Images of the supposed chupacabra caused a frenzy, and Mark Cothran, who shot the animal, was stumped as to what he had in his possession. Nelson County residents had a lot of ideas as to what it might be, but no one was certain of any one thing. One woman in town said it looked like a hairless dog.